Exciting and inevitable, the 2026 Aston Martin Vantage Roadster is set to debut in the US during the second quarter of 2025. It joins the extensively refreshed Vantage Coupe, a standout from last year celebrated for its performance, dynamics, style, and sophistication. The new Vantage Roadster continues Aston Martin's 75-year legacy of open-top sports cars, which began with the 1950 DB2 drophead coupe. This latest model is another milestone in Executive Chairman Lawrence Stroll's bold mission to redefine Aston Martin. Stroll aims to elevate the brand above competitors like Porsche and Mercedes-AMG, positioning it in a unique space between ultra-luxury brands like Rolls-Royce and high-performance marques like Ferrari, as described by Renato Bisignani, head of global marketing and communications. While the Vantage Roadster shares its mechanical foundation with the coupe, including the formidable 656 horsepower, 590 lb-ft twin-turbo, 4.0-liter V8 engine, multi-link suspension, robust brakes, and Michelin Pilot Sport 5S tires on 21-inch wheels. It's far more than a coupe with the roof removed. Designed and developed alongside the coupe, the Roadster minimizes the usual compromises associated with convertibles, such as added weight, reduced performance, and softer handling. Weighing just 132 pounds more than the coupe, it achieves the same 202 miles per hour top speed and is only 0.1 seconds slower in the 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint, clocking in at 3.5 seconds. While we eagerly await a test drive to assess whether the Roadster matches the coupe's dynamic brilliance, Aston Martin's Director of Vehicle Performance, Simon Newton, inspires confidence. Having led the development of models like the DB12, the upcoming Vanquish, and the updated DBX, Newton asserts, we retain the Vantage's outrageous dynamic capabilities and agile sporting character with no compromise, even without the roof. Like the coupe, the Vantage Roadster features the versatile AMG-designed V8, delivering 656 horsepower between 6,000 and 6,500 RPM and 590 lb-ft of torque from 2,750 to 6,000 RPM. These impressive figures are achieved through upgraded cylinder heads, new camshafts, larger turbochargers, and a revised exhaust system. Compared to the previous Vantage engine, power is up by 30% and torque by 18%, with both enhancements taking effect as early as 2,000 RPM. This contributes to a 40% improvement in throttle response during performance driving. The Roadster's chassis has also received significant updates. The front crossmember has been repositioned rearward to increase stiffness at the front control arm mounting points, while a lighter, stiffer cross brace links the front shock towers. Additional bracing between the rear shock towers enhances rear suspension stiffness, and new shear plates under the chassis boost overall torsional rigidity. Strategic placement of additional shear panels further stiffens the structure laterally, surpassing even the coupe, to counteract the inherent loss of rigidity in a convertible. This robust structure enables precise suspension tuning, according to Simon Newton. The Bilstein DTX adaptive shocks fitted to the Roadster offer 5 times the tuning range of the outgoing model suspension. The rear shock software has been recalibrated to account for the Roadster's slightly altered weight distribution, 49:51 versus the coupe's ideal 50:50. Additionally, the transaxle 8-speed automatic transmission mounts have been retuned. The Roadster's Z-Fold soft top is another highlight, neatly stowing behind the seats without requiring a separate cover. This design reduces weight, lowers the center of gravity, and operates quickly, taking just 6.8 seconds to raise or lower at speeds up to 31 miles per hour. The roof can also be raised or lowered remotely via the key if you're standing within 7 feet of the car, and has no fewer than 8 levels of insulation, ensuring that cabin sound levels with the roof up are comparable to those of Vantage Coupe. The rollover protection system is made of lightweight cast and extruded aluminum structures. The Vantage Roadster retains the coiled muscle and menace of the redesigned coupe, thanks to front and rear fenders that are pumped out 1.2-inch to cover a wider track, and a minimized gap between the fenders and the standard 21-inch wheels make the car look even lower and wider. The longer hood runs down towards a grille opening that's 38% larger to improve cooling and is flanked by vertical vents that create air curtains around the front wheels to improve aerodynamic efficiency and visually pull the front corners of the car outwards. further emphasizing the width. At the rear is a new diffuser, flanked by bazooka-caliber dual exhausts. As in the coupe, the new Vantage Roadster's redesigned interior is a step change over that of the outgoing car. The architecture highlighting Aston's talent for creating expressive color and trim and material combinations. The horizontal vent graphic across the dash emphasizes the width of the cabin, and the 10.25-inch digital instrument panel is housed in a dramatically styled binnacle. Aston says the instrument panel screen has about the same resolution as the latest generation of iPhone screens. The gearshift paddles are now attached to a new 3-spoke sports steering wheel with touch capacitive switches in the spokes. At the center of the dash is the 10.25-inch touchscreen now used across the redesigned Aston range. It has the same resolution and ultra-black display technology as the instrument panel and is fast-reacting and intuitive to use. Below it is the new center console that hosts beautifully executed physical controls for functions such as gear selection, air conditioning temperature and fan speed, audio system volume, and the start button, which is surrounded by the rotary drive mode selector. As with all Aston Martins, Vantage Roadster buyers can explore endless bespoke and customization possibilities via the Q by Aston Martin personalization service. And it's not just color and trim. The Q designers and craftspeople can engineer and produce entirely bespoke components to create a true one-off. If it drives like the coupe, the $205,900 Vantage Roadster promises to be a genuine alternative to Porsche's $210,000 911 Turbo Cabriolet. Yes, a sport chrono-equipped 911 Turbo Cabriolet is 0.7 seconds quicker to 60 miles per hour than the Aston, though the British car is 3 miles per hour faster at the top end. But the fast, well-equipped, and good-looking Vantage Roadster comes with a thundering V8 soundtrack. And it will turn more heads simply because it's not a 911. 2026 Aston Martin Vantage Roadster Performance. The 2026 Aston Martin Vantage Roadster delivers a thrilling performance, powered by a twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 engine developed by AMG, producing an impressive 656 horsepower between 6,000 and 6,500 RPM and 590 lb-ft of torque from 2,750 to 6,000 RPM. The Roadster combines power with precision. Advanced engineering, including upgraded cylinder heads, camshafts, larger turbochargers, and a redesigned exhaust system, ensures a 30% increase in power and an 18% boost in torque over its predecessor. The enhanced output, available as early as 2,000 RPM, contributes to a 40% improvement in throttle response for dynamic driving. The Vantage Roadster rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds and reaches a top speed of 202 miles per hour, matching the coupe in straight-line performance despite a mere 132-pound weight increase. Chassis upgrades, such as a repositioned front crossmember,